What's up, everybody? This is the business designer here with Vanessa, and I thought I would do a quick YouTube tutorial for those who have questions regarding the latest law that has been put in place that is called the Corporate Transparency Act, also known as CTA. And why certain businesses should be looking at this. I've been talking about this on my social media on Instagram, how you can be fined up to $500 a day if you do not, report your corporation or your LLC. And you have to report this and register your business with what's called the Financial Crimes Enforcement Network, also known as FinCEN. And that's where I am at right now on their website. And I'm going to be showing you step by step how you need to file for this BOIE report. The FinCEN is actually under the United States Department of the Treasury. And so first you need to determine whether your LLC falls under this requirement. And generally, most of them, that any LLC that was created before 2024 has to be filed within FinCEN, is what I'm finding based on the people that I've been helping them to complete the report. So there's a few things that you're going to want to start preparing before you watch this video. So if you want, press pause, save, or share it to your friends, but you're going to need, of course, your full name, your address, date of birth, your address, residential or your business, and an identification number, which can be a passport number, a driver's license number, or a FinCEN identifier if you already have a FinCEN account. So once you are in on that website, you're going to be able to look at some questions, some FAQs, see if you have any questions beforehand. You want to make sure, like I mentioned, determine if your LLC is covered under FinCEN. So let's hop on right away and I'll show you how to do this. The first step is you're going to want to go and click on file a report using BOIE filing system. If you've already created a FinCEN account, then that's great. But if you haven't, you can also create it first and then do the BOIE filing. But to be honest, you don't need to do that. All you have to do is it'll create it for you when you're doing the report. So you want to go in there and click on file a report using BOI. But first, make sure you also, if you want to watch those videos that are on there, you can. But for the sake of time, I'm going to, because I'm not about wasting people's time. I'm just going to show you guys how to report this. So you're going to click on file a report using BOI. And right here, you'll have two of them, BOI e-filing and the BSA e-filing. So you want to see, if you fall under the Bank Secrecy Act. This is more for financial institutions. So for you, if you're just a corporation or an LLC, then you want to just click on beneficial ownership information, BOI reporting, and you click on get started. On here, you're going to have a few options. First, you can download the PDF version of this report and do it manually and then submit it. So if I prepare the BOIR, it's going to download it, and then I'm able to pull it up and complete it for you, and complete it. But if you don't have, notice if you don't have the latest Adobe Reader, then you're not able to open this. So I didn't like that. So if you do decide and you do have Adobe and you want to fill it out and then submit it, all you have to do is click on submit BOIR, agree. This is where you're going to put in your email, your first and last name, and then of course upload your document, agree to the terms, and then click I'm human, because they want to make sure that it's not some phishing or a robot trying to AI, for example, trying to submit this. So as you go down, here is the version that I've been using, the File Online BOIR. You don't need Adobe, and you can prepare it online and submit it, and prepare for a new BOIR when filing updates, corrections, and download a transcript upon submission. So this is the one you're going to actually prepare. On here, you're going to click, have you already, done a report? Are you updating, or are you an exempt business? I forgot to mention there are certain businesses that are exempt from this, such as insurance companies, banks, and there's a list of accountants. But you want to make sure if you do fall under those categories, then of course you're going to have to file it. The other thing is an inactive business. So if your business is not active, not making any type of money, and you're not filing taxes on it, then that means that you don't need to do this, but you want to double check with a professional and double check online. The one thing I really liked about this website too is that if you don't understand the question, you just simply click on need help, and it'll tell you, more about, what you need to do for each section. So in this case, we're just going to do an initial report, and this is for today's date. Click next. On here, it's going to say, "Hey, are you requesting to receive a new FinCEN ID?" And you say yes because that's what you're needing. If you don't need it and you already have it, I don't know why you would have one, but because this is fairly new, then you wouldn't click on that. As you go down, you're going to click on reporting company legal name. In this case, I'm just going to put a dummy business name so that you can see what the process is, and I will then show you an official transcript so you can, see what it actually is all about. So I am going to click on here, and I'm going to put VC Communications LLC. Make sure you put your LLC designation. If you're doing a DBA, such as doing business as under a different entity, then you want to put that on there. As you go down, it's going to ask for an identification type. So as you click on this, you'll be able to see you can type in your foreign entity identification number, because foreign entities that are in other countries doing business in the US are also required to submit a BOIR report, your social security or your EIN. In this case, I'm going to just type in EIN, and I'm going to create an EIN number that I feel is relevant. Ooh, it says only numeric, so I want to make sure I delete that, and it has to be 9 characters. I'm going to type in the jurisdiction that I'm in, only if it's a foreign entity. As I go down, I'm going to select the country. I'm also going to select the date of formation. So I am going to put in here Arizona. And if you're a tribal jurisdiction, then you want to make sure you put the name of the other tribe. As I go down, I am going to put on here an address. So I'm going to type in Phoenix. I'm going to type in 1111 Dummy Street, and then I'm going to type in here the state, which the United States, and then of course Arizona again. So you'll see, you find yourself that you're doing a lot of repetition here. And then of course your area code. I'm just going to type in an area code here. Click next. You're now under the company applicant. Note to self: do not click the back arrow. Okay, do not click the back arrow. And so you want to make sure you don't do that. So the other thing is, if you're wanting to go back, just click previous. So it's going to ask you number 16, are you an existing reporting company? If you are, then you can click that. If you don't understand the question, click need help. And this is where it tells you, check the box if the reporting company was created or registered before January 1st. Most of you had your LLC before January 1st, 2024. So I am going to click on that just for the sake of those who are watching this. And it says, do not check the box if the reporting company was created or registered on or after January 1st. So I'm going to click on that, and it's going to say, when existing reporting company is indicated, all company applicant fields will be clear, disabled. Do you wish to continue? And I'm going to say yes. As I go down, it's going to ask for my FinCEN ID, and I do not need to fill any of this. As you can see, because I selected that, this part is an area that I do not need to complete. So let's move on to the next slide. Here is asking me about the beneficial owner. Now, you can click on need help, but the beneficial owner is basically you, the owner of the business. If there are multiple beneficial owners, then you do want to click and add everybody's information, okay? So if the beneficial owner is a minor, then you also need to add that information. Click on parent or guardian information instead of minor child. So I'm going to go down, and it says, what is the beneficial owner FinCEN ID? If you have a FinCEN ID and you are the beneficial owner of your LLC or corporation, you want to enter that ID there. Here it's going to ask me whether this business is exempt. My business is not exempt, okay? So in this case, no check boxes will be checked on here if you're just a corporation, sole owner of an LLC. As I go down, here is your legal name and date of birth. You're going to want to enter your information, your personal information. residential address, as well as your forms of identification. So in this case, you can select state issued driver's license, passport, foreign passport, and then of course that driver's license number or passport number. You want to enter the jurisdiction that issued you that document, such as the country and state, and you want to upload that document. So make sure you have it prepared, in your email, saved up somewhere on your desktop, so that you can do that right away, and not have to go back or wait, or it'll time you out. Then after this, all you have to do is click on some next, and the next portion will be a button that's called submit. Yay! And that's pretty much it, guys. That's all that you have to do. So I hope this was beneficial to you. The next portion of this, it's going to show you what the document, the transcript looks like. And so you want to make sure you print that out, you save it, and you don't lose it. So once you complete it and you are able to click submit with no errors, you will get this form here. It's a filing successful form that says beneficial ownership information report status. It's going to say your status is filing successful. You are going to be given a BOIR ID, submission tracking ID, the timestamp, and the company FinCEN ID, your name, last name, and email address. It's about 3 pages long that just has your contact information, everything that you entered. So you want to make sure you save this form. You put it somewhere handy where you won't lose it. You print it off if you're one that prints off everything, and like myself, and wants to keep copies of things, just to make sure that you're protected, because you have a whole year, 2024. You can focus on this. I strongly suggest for you to do it right away, because starting 2025, January 1st, 2025, you will be fined $500 a day is what the word is out, that you're going to be fined if you're not reporting your LLC or corporation with FinCEN. So I strongly suggest for you to go ahead and do it right now and just get it over with. So I am not an attorney, so cannot give legal advice. I strongly suggest for you to talk to an attorney if you have questions regarding this, or if you want them to complete this. But as you can see, it's fairly easy to do. And you just need all the information for all the managing members and of your corporation or your LLC. So feel free to follow me on Instagram under the Business Designer, where I talk about business tips and things and the latest and greatest when it comes to business resources that are out there, grants, and licensing that is required. So I hope you enjoyed this, and stay tuned for my next YouTube.